Hello, guys. Good morning. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a H in the comment box. If you can hear me, just give me a H in the comment box, please. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a H in the comment box. If you can hear me, just give me a H in the comment box, please. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a H in the comment box. If you can hear me, just give me a H in the comment box, please. Give me a thumbs up. Give me. Just a minute, please. Okay. Just a minute. Give me a second. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting my settings ready. All right. Okay. So hope all of you are doing good today. Let me try to mute myself in another device, please. Just not able to find the option. All right. Good morning. So welcome you all to this Foundations to Build an Effective Resume session. And thank you very much for showing up. Thank you very much for joining on time. If you could dare, we will give 2 minutes for other people to join us. So we have right now 25 or 60 people watching us, right? So let's wait for 2 minutes and we will start our session. Okay, just let's give, and I'll keep my presentation ready. Just give me 2 minutes, yeah, and we'll start. So meantime, get your pen, paper, notepad ready, okay? Because today is going to be a foundation session. I'm going to talk to you about the foundations, okay? Uh, when you build a house, foundations are very important. The pillars are very important, and upon the foundation is what is where you build the house. So the foundation is not proper, the house is not going to be proper. It's going to fall down. It's going to be weak. It's going to be fragile. So we're going to deal with the foundations. So quickly, if I give you use this 2 minute and quickly grab your notepad, pen, okay, and we will start it in 2 minutes, 1 minute exactly, okay. So meantime, I'm also trying to log into my other device to see, okay, I should be able to see your comments, your questions, if you have any, so that, it'll be easy for me to address, because I'm on the main screen and I won't be able to see you or see your comments. Okay, this is not working. All right, let's start, by the way. So if you can hear me, if you can see me, let me quickly, come back to the other screen. We are starting, Bansali. We have started now, right? I gave 2 minutes for the people, to join, and we are starting right away. Okay, so welcome you all once again for the session today. I'm happy to see you all. Thanks for showing up in your busy schedule, right? And I guarantee that this session would be a, fruitful session. It will be a rewarding session, today. All right. So the basics first, okay? Right. Please put your mobile phone on silent. I want your mobile phones on silent. I have also put my mobile phones on silent. Uh, okay, quickly. All right. And then uh, this is what I request from you. I request your undivided attention. I want you to pay attention to the complete session. This session is going to be for 45 minutes. At 12:45, I will do a hard stop and I will take your questions for 10 minutes. And the remaining 5 minutes, the last 5 minutes, I have something to share with you, right? So 45 minutes, we'll have a hot stop, and then I will take your questions regarding resume. And then the last 5 minutes or last 2 to 3 minutes, I will use it for my own purpose. Okay. So I hope you have your pen and your notepad handy, please, because this course is a foundation course. Okay. I'm going to talk to you about the foundation, the basics. If you get the foundations right, you're going to build a beautiful house. The same way, only if you know the basics right, you will build a beautiful resume. All right. So, as promised, as communicated to you, I will try to cover all the 4 things which I have communicated in the mailers. Right. We will try to cover that all. Right. Um, and important, if you have internet issue at your end and if you're logging out because of internet connectivity, please log back again. Okay. And in case my internet is giving problem, if you see there's a problem with my connection, please excuse me for that. Right. So I have a dedicated line for this session, but internet is internet. It's unpredictable now, especially during this pandemic. Okay. um, all right. So about me, my name is Prasad Ganiraj. I'm an edupreneur. I'm a certified coach, and I'm a master facilitator. So I have over 16 years of corporate experience. I have coached hundreds and thousands of students, right? I have gone to government schools, polytechnic colleges, right? Private institutions, trained students, and then I have trained employees in entry-level employees in organizations and leaders, right? So that's my reputation about as a trainer. I have worked for companies like Sutherland Global Services, ZT Telecom, Nokia Siemens, and my last tenure was with Oyo Rooms. So I've worked with them and I've served different clients like Aircel, Vodafone, TCS BPS, Agilicis, Renault Nissan, Hyundai, Daimler, FSS, MGM Hospital, and so many clients. I have supported them in their training needs, right? And during my 16 years career, I have won various awards, okay? And notable among them are the Bravo Champion Award from Sutherland for Best Performance in the Year, and ACE Facilitator Award from TCS for being the master trainer. And the last award which I received was from Oyo. I was selected as the CEO club member, okay, a potential candidate uh, for the CEO. Okay, so that's my credibility. Now, how can I help you? How can I help you? Now, I come from a very humble background. I'm the first graduate in my, sorry, I'm a first graduate in my family, right? I started by not knowing how to write a resume. Okay, excuse me, please. I started not knowing how to build a resume. So um, that's and I do understand. So since I knew not how to build a resume, uh, I faced embarrassment, and it was a journey for me. Over the 16 years, I learned how to write a resume by giving interviews as well as by taking interviews, right? Going through lots of resumes of candidates who apply for job openings in our organization. I have gone through the resumes and found out, yeah, they're not worth or they're worthy, right? So I learned it in a hard way, but I'm going to give that in a very simple manner to you, right? And now the reason why I'm the right candidate to teach you a resume, teach you about resume, is because of this reason. This is how my resume looked like. My first resume looked like. Yeah, you can laugh about it if you want to, right? You can really laugh about it. This is how my first resume looked like. And, I remember that day. The professors, I was in the final year of my engineering, and the professors from the camp, this placement committee, they visited our class and they said, "Guys, we want your resume. We want you to build your resume and share it with us." And I'm sorry, that's the first time I was hearing something called a resume. I have not heard the word resume before that. That's the first time I was hearing about the word resume. So what I did, I went home because that's a task which was given to us. So I went home, I started preparing my resume, not knowing how to do one, not knowing how to prepare one. And this is how I compiled. So this is not the exact resume. I recreated it for the session, but this is how it looked like. This cover colorful, and this is how the content was in that resume. Yeah. So I remember that Monday when I now gave the resume to the lecturers in the placement committee. Yeah, this is how they reacted. They smiled about it sarcastically. Yeah, they made fun of me, saying, "Wow, Prasad, this is a great resume." And some ridiculed me. And this is how I felt. I felt humiliated. I felt upset. I felt worried. I felt like an idiot. Yeah. So this is how I felt. Yeah. Hey, Sudeep, thank you, Sudeep. I think the fonts are small. I'm sorry about it. Right. But thank you for bringing it to the notice. So this is how my resume looked. Okay. So now from this resume, I have evolved to create a better resume. And that is what I'm going to share with you today, right? So in today's session, as we proposed, we're going to see four sections. We'll start with the basics about resume, and then we'll understand the purpose of resume. Then we'll understand the different styles and what style you should choose. And then I'm going to take you through lots of samples, some 6 sample resumes. I'm going to show you some sample resumes, and I'm going to show you the mistakes they have done in that resume. Okay. So this is what we communicated, and this is what I will try to complete within 45 minutes, right? And forgive me if I'm rushing. Okay. All right. So what is a resume? Okay. The basics first. Can you see the 3 words here? Yep. One is resume, the English word resume, resume. And the second one is resume. And the third one is curriculum vitae. Gokul, what do you mean by no? Satvika, Shavani, I don't understand what do you mean by no. Could you please chat? You want me to zoom it? Okay, just a minute. Just a minute, please. Hold it. Hold on. Okay. Does it look good? Yep. Is it fine, guys? Can you see the font? Yep. Okay. Let me increase it further. Is it okay? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me try increasing the font on other sections as well, because I'm afraid you'll have problem here too. Okay. Give me a sec here. Let me quickly increase the fonts on all the sections. Yeah. So beauty doesn't matter now. Okay. Let me quickly increase the fonts. Just a minute here. Okay, thanks for your patience. I appreciate your patience, guys. I think this is a sample one. Okay. Ouch. Okay. I think this should help. I think it should help. All right. So is it okay, guys? Perfect. Can I see it? Can I see a thumbs up? Can I see okay? Yep. Perfect. Super. Thank you, Bhavna. All right. I presented Arjun. Thank you. All right. So let's get the basics right, guys. Yeah. The first word is resume. Yeah. Which means to begin or to continue something which you paused. Yeah. So that is what I did now, right? The font sizes were small. It was perfect for me, but then you were not able to see it, online. The font size was small for you, but for me in my system it was visible, right? So what I did, I I stopped my presentation and I worked on increasing the font size. Yeah, and now when it's okay, I have started again, right? After the interruption, after the pause, right? So the first word is a noun. Sorry, it's a verb. It's an action. Resume. The second word is pronounced as resume. Yeah. If you don't know the pronunciation, please watch my lip, not sync with my lip. It's resume. It's not resume. So resume is a noun. It's a name of a document, right? With which you apply for job. Okay. So resume. It's a document. It's a French word which means summary, short summary of the things which happened in your life, right? Or things which happened in your career. Some people, I've heard people tell me, in the early part of my career, they said, "Oh, this document can be pronounced as resume or resume, either ways." They said resume is British and resume is American. No, it's wrong. Resume is a English word for continuing after interruption or after a pause. Yeah, it is a verb, and resume is a noun. It's a document. Yeah, the pronunciation is same in America as well as in Europe, right? It's not the accent thing. It's an understanding problem. All right, and the last word is curriculum vitae. So is there a difference between resume and a curriculum vitae? Yeah, there is a difference. Bansali, I'm really sorry for Bansali. I have to tell you this. This is a foundation course. Yeah, and if you know the topic, if you know all these things, I appreciate you knowing it. But this is for people who don't know it also. And there are a lot of people who may not know the difference between a resume and a resume and a curriculum vitae, right? So I appreciate your patience. We have 45 minutes and I will cover all the topics. Yeah, appreciate Bansali. Thank you. Right. And what is curriculum vitae? Curriculum vitae is, again, it's a Latin word which means course of life or life. Yeah. And it is not as short as a resume. This document is a bigger one. Usually, a resume, yeah, is one pager or a two-pager document. If you're someone who is having a resume for more than 2 page, that's a big no. Your resume cannot be more than 2 pages, maximum only 2 pages. So if you're currently having a resume more than 2 pages, and if you're wondering why you're not getting calls from the recruiters after applying for opening, right? It is because it's a 3 page resume and recruiters don't have time to take or go through your resume. The initial screening process, the initial screening process is any 3 page document goes to the dustbin. Recruiters don't even bother to look into it. Yeah. So your resume should be 1 page, perfect, or it should be 2 page max, but it should be only 1 page. If you're an experienced person, if you're a fresher, whoever you are, your resume should be 1 to 2 page only. Yeah. And resume is a short summary. It should be specific. It should talk specific about what the company is expecting. Yeah, so you have to go through the JD of the company and then prepare your resume accordingly, right? You should not, if you're someone who has one resume and if you're applying to all the companies, if you're sending that one resume to all the companies, I'm sorry, that will not fit. One shirt will not fit all. You have to tailor make your resume for different job openings, right? For A company, you have to tailor your resume differently. For B company, you have to again edit your resume differently and you have to send it, right? So you cannot send one resume to 10 companies and expect them to call you. They will not call you. Yeah, so that's the reason why companies are giving job description. Read the job description carefully and make changes in your resume. So a resume should be 1 to 2 pages only, and it should be specific to the job you're applying for. What's a curriculum vitae? A curriculum vitae is more than 2 page. It can be 20 page, it can be 3 page, it can be 60 page also. Now this resume is, sorry, this document is used by people in academia, research scientists, professors, right? These kind of people, they use this, right? They use this to put their entire, or people who are in, who are creating thesis, they use this document. All right. So now, if you are an entry-level employee, or if you're an experienced employee, you're not in academia, but if you're in other industry, IT industry, manufacturing industry, technology industry, whatever, yeah, you have to use a resume and not a curriculum vitae. And in our country, we only use resume and not curriculum vitae. So it should be only 1 to 2 pages. All right. So quickly, let me talk about the three important uh, types of resume, right? So the first, there are different types of resume. I'm not going to talk about all the types of resume due to time constraint. I'm going to talk about only the three. The first one is the chronological resume, right? So the chronological resume, let me quickly open it for you, right? So this is how the chronological resume looks like. It starts with the personal information here. The personal information should always start at the beginning of the document, of the resume. Your name, your address, even if not the complete address, if your address is big, yeah, your city and your state is enough. Your phone number, your email address, your LinkedIn profile, yeah, link. If you have a Skype ID, you can also mention the Skype ID, right? So in your resume, personal information should only come here. Now, in the body of the resume, please do not use a section for personal information. especially information like your marital status, your religion, right? Your date of birth is a big no. It's not needed. So I'm showing you a sample resume, sample chronological resume, right? So a chronological resume begins with the recent experience. What is the recent experience? That comes first, then the other experience, right? And a proper resume should have numbers and percentages. Guys, please make a note of it. A proper resume should have numbers and percentages, right? And in the resume, yeah, if you see here, it says 2014 to present, and the previous experience says 2012 to 14. Now, this is not proper. You have to also mention the month, right? 2012 to 14, yeah, and here 2014 to present. Now, let's say this person left the job in January 2014 and joined the company here in December 2014, right? There is a solid 11-month gap. But now when you don't mention the month here, you don't have to mention the date, but you have to at least mention the month, right? So if there's a solid 11-month gap. Now, what will be the perception of the recruiter? When the recruiter sees this resume, they will immediately think there is something which you are trying to hide. Yeah. So this resume is a perfect resume, except for this information. The month is not there. And if you can see, the points are in bullets. They are not in what to say, paragraphs. So never write paragraphs, never write stories in your resume. Only write in bullet points. And how many bullet points? Maximum 3. 3 bullet points is enough to cover your experience of in a resume, right? So the one thing which I like about this resume is for each experience this person has put 2 points. Perfect. And I see a lot of numbers here, and this is what attracts the HRs. When they see these numbers, they see, guys, HRs have only 6 seconds to review a resume. They pick the resume and they see the format, then they see these numbers, they keep it aside so that they can review it, or they go ahead and read it. Now, if your resume is not like this, doesn't have numbers, yeah, doesn't have percentages, then they throw the resume, right? So this is an example of a chronological resume. So it comes with a recent experience on top, okay? And a resume can have objective, right? So we'll talk about objectives later. A resume can have objective, cannot have objective. That depends on you. But it is recommended you put your objective there in the resume. All right. Okay. What's a functional resume? So functional resume is a resume which focuses on skills and experience. This is used by people who has gap in their career. So if you're someone, for example, let's say there is a girl who got married, right, and took a maternity leave. She took a maternity leave of 2 years, right? Now, what kind of resume is recommended for them? It is the functional resume. This template is what that person should use so that they can showcase their skill set and their experience, right? And they can justify the gap to the recruiters, right? I will show you the functional resume sample also. So this is a sample of a functional resume. Again, personal resume starts with the personal information on top, okay? And this is the career objective, okay? Now, can you see the skill sets? Talks about administrative skill set, problem solving skill set, management skill set, yeah, and a lot of other skills. Can you see here? The person has put the other skills, right? And again, numbers, right? Have explained the dates, month and year, right? And if you see here, This person has mentioned the GPA, and the course. The person also mentioned what type of course is that. Yeah, it is not a regular course, rather it's an online program. Yeah, and very important things, guys, in a resume: never ever lie. Yeah. Ruhara, please tell me, how should a resume be for all finalist students? All right, I'm coming there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is how a functional resume looks like. Okay. And what is a combined resume? So a combined resume is a combination of chronological resume and a functional resume. It's a combination of the chronological and functional resume. Let me show you the sample here. Sorry. Let me show you the sample here. Quick. All right. So again, as I told you, yeah, the resume starts with the personal information, right? Focuses on the skill, yeah, and then the experience, and then the degree, yeah. So this is how a combined resume is. Okay. All right. So let's go quickly. Okay. So now for a fresher, what resume should a fresher use? A fresher can use a chronological resume. No harm. Okay. Uh, Functional resume is meant for people with break in career. A fresher can also use a combined resume, right? Now, this is the structure, basic components, the components which are needed in a resume. These are the 5 components which are needed in a resume. 1, personal information, which should come at the top of the resume. Then the objective. So objective should be quantified. It should be the right objective as per the JD. Now I'll show you how you should design an objective too. Okay, just a minute. Now how can I get my objective? Now this is a example. I'll say you. So this is how you get a JD from a company. And when you're getting a JD from a company, please, okay, let me zoom it for you. Okay, so whenever you get a JD for the company, always read through the JD properly, read through the company history properly, and then anything which you see as should, anything which you see as must, yeah, wherever you see something as should, wherever you see something as must, then those are your keywords. Those are the things the company is looking for. So what is this company looking for? They are expecting you to have in-depth knowledge on all these things. So one, they want you to understand the programming language. You should have 70% and above. You should be a BTech, BE, MCA, MTech graduate. Yeah, you should have a certification in Java or C++ or any programming language. Certification is important. You should know HTML, JavaScript, all these languages, right? And you should be a team player. And you should have problem-solving attitude. Now, and very important, you should be a learner. You should be teachable, right? And you should have someone with good communication skills. Now, these are the key words for you. So now when you apply for job for this company, if you're someone who has not, 70%, who has not got 70%, please don't even apply. If you have got 60%, right, please don't apply. Don't waste your time applying for this company. Don't waste your time applying for this company, right? And if you are not a BTech or MCA, MTech graduate, but you are somebody with a BCom degree and you are good in programming, don't again attempt. It's a waste of time. And if you don't have certification on any of these programs, again, it's a waste of time. Yeah, so don't apply. Don't waste your time. There are a lot of companies to apply for, to try for. There are a lot of companies which will suit your skill set, which will suit your requirement. Yeah. So now in a resume, what you should do is you have to capture these. You have to capture these in the objective. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you have to go through the history of the company, right? And then you have to capture those things in the, I'm sorry, you have to capture them in the objective, right? I will give you some sample objectives here. Yeah. Uh, so these are the sample objectives, right? We are, am I on track? Okay, right. So for the sake of time, and I'm just skipping it now. So these are some of the sample objective, right? If you can read it, yeah. The first one says to obtain a consultant position that promotes growth in an environment that I can contribute my safety management and leadership skill and continue to develop experience in professional community, right? Now I want you to go through this, read through this, and tell me which objective is an objective which impresses the recruiter, right? The second objective says implement or improve standard operating procedure, timekeeping systems, right? Uh, okay, somebody's asking me, can you get sample? Chaitanya, yes, we can get that. Yeah. See, objective is based on Chaitanya. Objective is completely based on the what to say, job description the companies gives you. Based on the job description, based on your aspirations, you have to create an objective. Okay, right? The third one. So the third. Okay. The second one says we implement approved standard operating procedure, time, workplace, and by reaching these objectives, we can be proactive, accurate, and increase productivity and operations. Okay, whoever said second example is a good example, I'm sorry, second is not the good example. It's a confusing one. There are too many points put there, right? It sounds good. The beginning part sounds good. But if you look at the second part of the objective, it says by reaching these objectives, we can be proactive, accurate, and increase productivity in operations. This person is suggesting something to the HR, yeah, rather than telling what he is capable of doing or she is capable of doing, right? So I would say the first objective is a simple and perfect objective. The HR could understand it, right? Keep it very simple and straight, okay? And the third one is also okay, but the second one is a big no-no, okay? I'll tell you why the third one is okay. Let me tell you why the third one is okay. The third one says, a proven leader in safety and health industry, safety driven and goal oriented. I'm seeking a challenging opportunity to manage and lead large projects where my advanced skills, trainings, and educations over the years of experience can be fully utilized. So this person says, I have all these skill sets, I have all this experience, and I can help the organization using that. Yeah. So this objective is also okay, right? Though this sounds more like this person, okay, one of you commented sounds arrogant, but this is okay, right? So the best objective is the first one. Second one is a big no. The third one is also okay, right? All right, let me quickly, yeah. So skill set, you can put your technical skill sets here, as well as your skill set, the selling skill set or presentation skills, everything. And then your education. Yeah, starting with the recent one, then you can go down to the, what to say, your higher studies. Now, if you are an experienced candidate, it's enough if you mention your last degree. If you have a master degree, that's enough. Yeah, mentioning a master degree with the GPA or the percentage, year of completion is perfectly fine, right? If you're not mentioning the year of, I'm going to, if you're not mentioning the year, or if you're not mentioning the GPA, that's going to create suspicion in the recruiter. So always mention all the information, okay? Now, if you're a fresher, right, if you're just graduated, And then your education should come after the objective. Freshers education section should come after the objective, then experience. Okay, if you are an experienced person, after the objective, experience should come first and then education. Okay, so only that change. All right, so do you understand the order? Your personal information, objective, summary of your skills, right? If you are a fresher, education comes first, then the experience. If you are an experienced candidate, right, after the skills, experience comes, and then education at the last. All right, so for a fresher, you have to mention your higher education, you have to mention your 12th, then college. Okay, all right, so now to the purpose of resume. Okay, to the purpose of resume, now I've spoken so far. Now I want to play you a video. Now relax and watch this video carefully. I have a question for you. Yeah, Surya's can object. Surya's, yes, objective can be skipped. Objective can be skipped, but then if you have something to share, put it there. People read objectives too, right? But if you can, it's not so important, but you don't have to reject it. You don't have to neglect it. You can put it there. Yeah, it will serve a purpose. Let me play this video. I'm going to play two videos. These two videos are connected. So I want you to, listen to it very carefully. I have a question at the end. Okay, ready? Okay, why it's not starting? Okay. Sorry. Can you hear the sound?
Good afternoon, SL 146 is ready to taxi.
Mr. Smith ordered? Just a minute, I'll just check here.
Please watch it very carefully.
Okay, go, go, go!
Watch it very carefully.
Mr. Smith, can you look outside? There's a message for you. Yes!
Okay. So what did the message say? What did the message say? What was the message? Did you guys get the message? What was the message? It's a boy. Great, great. Okay, let me play you the other video. Yeah, I have the video here. So let me play you the other video quickly.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Here you are. Have a nice flight.
Thank you.
So the first video was the father.
Okay, go, go, go!
The second video, the father has brought the boy.
Yeah, I found them. They are the A64.
Welcome on board on your flight SN501. We are fully ready for departure and enjoy your flight. Mr. Smith Jr., can you look outside, please? There's a surprise for you.
We're Brussels Airlines. We go the extra smile.
All right. So, yeah. How many of you? How many? How many of you got the video? Yeah. How many of you understood the video? Can I see a thumbs up? Yeah. Super. So the first video, the father gets to the airport. He boards the plane, right? But then that's when a message comes to the airport saying that Mrs. Smith has a boy. But then before the attendant reaches to Mrs. Smith, he boards into the airplane. Okay. So they went an extra mile. The Brussels Airlines went extra mile to convey the message to him. When they conveyed the message to him, that created smile, yeah, in Mrs. Smith's face. And after some year, Mrs. Smith now comes to the same airport, yeah, to the same attendant, yep, and tells the attendant, do the same thing now, because it's the boy who has come, who has accompanied me. So the attendant does the same thing again and wishes the boy happy birthday, right? The second message was a surprise. Yeah. Now, what did you understand? There are three takeaways from this ad. Okay. Have you got that takeaways? Can you quickly put in the chat box? What are the takeaways from this ad? What did you understood from this ad? Three takeaways. Quickly. Yep. Three takeaways. Right. Okay. Let me, for the sake of time. 1, convey the message. 2, surprise. 3, create smile in the face of others. Okay. 1, convey the message. 2, create surprise. And 3, yeah, create a smile. Now, if you have liked this ad, then I want you to remember, I want you to understand your resume is also an ad. You got what I'm saying? If you like that ad, remember your resume is also an ad. Your resume will not get you the job which you desire. Your resume will get you a phone call for an interview. You understand what I'm saying? Your resume will not get you a job. A resume has never got a job for anybody in this world. But resume will get you a phone call for an interview. It is an advertisement about you. You have to take time to convey the message to the recruiters. You have to take time to create the surprise element amongst the recruiters. And when the recruiter sees your resume, they should smile, saying, oh my God, I've got my candidate. Let me call this fellow for an interview. Let me call this person for the interview. Yeah. So basic etiquette, a good format. Okay. 1-page resume, max 2-page, right? Yeah. Beyond that, your resume goes to the dustbin. It goes to the dustbin. Recruiters don't care to read it. Yeah. I'm going to quickly show you some samples here. This is very important, guys. I want you to pay attention. I'm going to quickly show you some samples, right? Real resumes of real candidates. Yeah, now you're going to evaluate these resumes. I'm not going to, though I have scribbled there using my mouse, right? I want you to evaluate these resumes one by one, okay? I have all these documents open up, okay? All right. Can you see the resume here? Let me change the view. Okay. This is the first resume. This resume to me looks like a graduate, a fresher. Okay, and for privacy reasons, I have shaded some details. Can you put a picture in your resume? Can you put a photo in your resume? Is it allowed? Is it okay? Yeah. Okay, Krishna has rejected it. Okay, so picture is not necessary, but if you are deciding to put a picture, put a very formal picture. Put a very formal picture, and that too, this picture is really occupying the space of this resume. Can you see how much space this resume is occupying? Okay, and can you look at the objective to work in a challenging and successful environment and to improve my knowledge towards developing technology and gain experience in the field? Yeah, it's about him, not about what he will do for the company. Yep. So this picture is it's occupying the space. Now look at the education. A table in a resume is a big no. Of course, resumes are made of tables, but a table should not be visible in a resume. A table in a resume is a big no. Okay. Right. Objective is copy pasted. Thank you. All right. And then look at the personal strength. I'm okay with the skills. Look at the personal strength. Friendly nature. Okay, good. Leadership qualities. Very good. Now, if that is your strength, where are the data to prove that? Where are the data to prove that you have a leadership quality? So then the person should have mentioned something about volunteering. The person should have mentioned something about extracurricular activity, helping people during COVID, or educating the school children, taking tuition for the poor, underprivileged, right? Driving what to say fundraising campaign for the school or college. So examples of that should be mentioned if you're putting something like this here. And the personal profile, this is a waste of time. This is a waste of page, right? Your personal information is not needed for me. Why do I need it? Yeah. Krishna, I'm sorry, I'm not Mangal. See, table is okay, but table should not be visible. Table should be hidden. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Table should not be visible like this. Yeah, there is no rules for creating a resume, but there are some standards which or nuances the HRs are looking for. So table is a big no. Okay, so personal information is a big no. Maybe language is fine. You can put your language. The language is known. You can. Otherwise, I see, and the declaration is also a big no. I don't want your declaration in the resume. Okay, so if I cut everything, then this resume is just a one-page resume. Okay, it's not even a 2-page resume. So this person has used the resume, used all this information to fill the gap. HRs will reject this. Okay, let me go to the next resume. I'm not going to go click on the link. Sorry. Yep. Oh, I closed it. Okay. Let me open the second resume for you. All right. This is again another resume, right? The name, phone number I've hid. This looks okay for me. The experience summary is looking okay for me, right? But then, can you see the gap? Yeah, Bansali, you can use templates, but Bansali, I'll come to that, Bansali, quickly. So can you see the gap? This resume does not have proper format. This person has not followed a proper format. Can you see a gap here? And can you see no gap between skill set and project? And can you see the description, right? And then, can you see no gap between project GSO, project Soho, tripod board? There's no gap, right? And can you see, this section is continued here, right? And then too many paragraphs, all paragraphs, and then lots of bullet points. Yep. So again, this resume is not a proper resume. Guys, I'm hoping you're taking notes. These are small stuff. May not sound too big, may not sound too exciting, but these are the foundations. HR will reject this resume immediately. Okay, let me take you to the next one quickly. Okay, can you see? So when you're using an email ID, always use an email ID which is in trend. Yeah, I would always recommend a Gmail ID, right? If you're someone who is using a Hotmail, please remove that from your email. Start using Gmail or email ID which is now in trend. Okay, and can you see the summary? There's no heading, that's missing. And see, this person has a colon here, the colon is missing here, right? And then the format is also not proper. And look at this resume. Education, Masters of Computer Application in Computer Application. And that's from a Valliammal Engineering College. Then the person has also put a MCA. This clearly tells me this person has copied, pasted in somebody's resume, or he or she has edited somebody's resume and sent this resume to me. So I'm going to reject it. Okay. All right. So let me take you to another resume. Let me show you this one. Now this resume, it actually looks good, It actually, I'm sorry. So this resume actually looks good for me. Okay, but then the objective is not clear. I don't like the objective, right? And look at the skills. This person has put all the skills. This is unrealistic, guys. Now, this person knows AngularJS, this person knows React.js, this person knows Node.js, this person also knows JavaScript. This person knows Java also. So he knows JavaScript as well as Java. This sounds unnatural. This doesn't look true to me. Okay, so the HRs are not going to consider this, right? You understand what I'm saying? And then he said, have passed the college with first class. What's the percentage? Is it 70%, 80%, 90%? Right? This person has not put the class. That means this person is hiding something. Yeah. So not a good sign, right? So this may look like a proper resume. The format may look like a proper format, but the content in the resume is not proper. Right? Let me show you the last resume quickly. I'm sorry. The last resume. Guys, I'm shooting. I'm going ahead of time. I'm finishing with this. Give me. I'll take your questions. Okay. Right. So this resume looks a perfect resume. Looks like a perfect resume. This is what I was telling. You can have your LinkedIn profile. You can have your what's a Skype ID, right? The only problem I have with this resume is too many points. Just keep it simple. Keep 3 points. That's enough. Yeah, you don't have to put all your experience in the resume. Keep or mention only that which the company is expecting. Right? You need to have something to speak in the resume, interview. And I don't like the alignment. Can you see BCA? The alignment is not proper. The dates are not proper. Yeah, and can you look at the school? Here the person has mentioned the date. Here the person has not mentioned the date, right? So no, that's a problem for me here. Okay. Now these are some of the basic things you have to take care in the resume. I'm going to quickly take you to the other slides. Now, how does a HR screen a resume? So there are 2 ways your resume is screened. 1 by a machine, 2 by a human being. So the machine is called as ATS, Application Tracking System. Most companies. So now just if you are applying for a job and you get an email back from the company immediately after applying, then that company is using ATS, application tracking system. Yeah. Now, how does that machine select or shortlist your or screen your resume? The search for the keywords. Yeah. So they shortlist your resume using the keywords, but then be careful about the colors you're using in your resume. Be careful about the bullet points you're using in the resume. Be careful about the layout of your resume, and be careful about the font. A recommended font in a resume is Times New Roman and Arial. Only Times New Roman and Arial are the recommended fonts, right? Use the simple font. Yeah, like the functional resume or chronological resume or a combined resume. Don't try different types of resume. There are chances that this machine, the ATS, will reject your resume, right? And when you're sending a resume to a recruiter, please do not send Word document. Please only send PDF. What is a PDF? A PDF is a portable document file. Portable document file. So once you convert a document into PDF, the formats don't change, the alignments don't change. So if I'm using Microsoft Office 19, if the other person is using Microsoft Office 21, right? Or someone is using Office 2008, yeah. For if you're sending Word, the alignment changes. But if you're sending it through as a PDF, the alignments don't change. The alignments remain the same. So always send a PDF document, convert your Word document into PDF, and then send it to the recruiters, right? So be careful about the keywords. They search keywords, so that's why you have to read the JD carefully. You have to mention the JD carefully. Position the keywords in your resume carefully, right? And then send it. So font size is 12. 10, 12, anywhere between 10 to 12 is perfectly fine. Okay, right. 14 you can use for headings. Font size for your personal information on top of your resume can be even bigger. Okay, all right. So how does the recruiter screen your resume? The recruiter screen your resume again through keywords, right? And they look for the format. So we did that. We just did that as a recruiter. Yeah, we looked for formats, we looked for numbers. Most importantly, we looked whether the person is genuine or faking, right? And if it's a PDF document, it is going to look good. If it's a Word document, the alignments may change, right? And you may not get an interview call, right? All right. So any questions, guys? I'm going to quickly answer your questions. We are already 3 minutes past our scheduled time, right? Go ahead, please. Questions? I'm going to take questions. Please send resume PDF. Okay. Suresh, it doesn't work like that, Suresh. You have to, okay, right. I can do this for you guys. All right, guys, I can help you with something. Now, if you go to Google Doc, if you're a Gmail user, go to Google, and in Google, you'll find the templates. So how can I go? Now click on this 3x3 matrix. Yeah, scroll down, open the doc, right? When you click on the doc, this doc will open, and you have resume templates. Yeah, you have resume templates. You can use any of these templates to build your resume. Okay, you can enter your name, you can enter your address, you can enter your objective here, right? And then you can enter your experience. If you are a fresher, your education comes in this place. If you're an experienced person, your experience comes first, then the education. Okay. Now there is a website called as Canva. You can go to canva.com, canva.com. In Canva, if you go to templates, you have resumes. When you click on that, it will give you templates for a resume. Guys, yeah, these templates are, yeah, it's not good if you're not sitting down and writing your objective, reading the job description, and uh, uh, doing some extra work before you prepare a resume, right? You can also go to Microsoft templates.office.com has resumes and cover letters. If you go there, again, you'll find resumes. You can download it, right? So I've given you 3 websites. You can use Google Doc, you can use Canva, you can use Microsoft also, okay, to build a resume. Any other question? Yep. So I hope I answered somebody's question. So I don't have to even send you a template. See, you have to understand everything is now freely available in the internet. Even whatever I've shared with you, lots of people have written about it in the internet. It's there in YouTube. It is there in in the websites. There's a lot of information there, right? So there's no short of information. Information is already there for you, but how you collate that information is very important. Okay, any other questions quickly? I'm willing to take one more question. Okay, so Suresh, I hope. Okay. Can we split the resumes like, what is that? Wait. Oh, okay, so many comments. Can we split the resumes like sample 6? So yes, so that is a modern resume. Data, that is a modern resume. You can do that. Nothing wrong in it. You'll also find a template for that in the sites which I've showed with you. You can also create that. Okay, in Google Doc. Yeah. So this is what it's similar to what sample 6 is. This template is similar to sample 6. You can have skills here. You can mention the skills here, and you can give 5 stars, 3 star, 2 star. Okay. So okay, that was a question. Sorry. So I have Krishna Mendu. Sir, is 70% fixed for academics, or what is the Krishna Nedu? I'm sorry, Mangal. I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name. See, percentage or just what the HRs are looking for. It is not mandatory, but there are some companies which will ask for percentage, which will ask for reputed institutions. If they're asking for reputed institutions, don't apply that if you're not from a reputed institution. If they are saying that above 70%, then you don't apply for the job. Apply for a company which is asking for less than 70%, right? So all you need is an entry. Once you get an entry into a company, then you have to build on your experience, not on your percentage. Don't worry about a percentage. Worry about getting into other company. Worry about getting an interview call. Worry about going and sitting in front of the HR, the recruiters. Yep. Okay. SFS. Okay. SFS is asking fresher resume for applying internship. You can find that there. Sudeep, sir, if possible, can you share your LinkedIn? Okay, my LinkedIn. Hey, search for Prasad Ganiraj, please. My name is Prasad Ganiraj. You can find me in LinkedIn there. Yep. All right, and Nitin, sir, can you build a fresh resume in live now? Okay. Nitin, thank you for asking that question, Nitin. Now it's time's up. Now we scheduled the session for only for 1 hour, and we have overshoot it. We have gone past 10 minutes, right? So, but since you asked, let me help you something. So, guys, just give me 5 minutes. So now we're going to release a course, okay? Guidance to write a compelling resume. and the cost of this course is only 199 rupees. Okay, now this is a 2-hour course. Yep. After you take up the course, you will build your resume, and you will have 1 hour personal time with me. Yep. The details about that will be shared with you. The details about this course will be shared with you later. But then, the course, if you buy this course, as soon as we release it, if you buy this course will have a step-by-step to create a resume, to create an objective, to create skill set, to create experience, right? It will have a step-by-step guide, right? More detailed guide, because 1 hour, that's what I can do, right? After you create the resume, we will meet up one-on-one personally, where I will do a career coaching for you. Okay, and I will also give feedback about your resume. I'll review your resume and also give feedback about your resume, how you should improve it, right? And how you should sell yourself in the interview, right? So wait for this. We will be getting back to you about this information. So it's just 199, and as a coach, I charge somewhere between 5,000 rupees to 10,000 rupees for an hour, right? But for graduates, yeah, we just want to help you, so we're coming up with 199, yeah, and I'm giving my face time of 1 hour with you. After you complete this course and you build your resume, then we'll have a face-to-face time where I will evaluate your resume. I will also understand your career aspirations and will help you in developing your career. Good. Any questions before we close? We are close. 3 minutes to go. I've taken 15 minutes extra. Resume is needed for everyone. Okay, Soumya, my name is Prasad, Prasath Ganiraj, Prasad Ganiraj. Yeah, I mean, you can mention your seminar, paper presentation in experience section. Yeah, you can mention that in the experience section. Right. Okay. Any questions, guys, quickly? Because I'm sorry, I'm not able to see all your questions. So I mean, I would. So that's why I'm creating this course, right? And once you will know what are the things you should put, what are the things you should not put. Of course, you can put your seminar, paper presentation experience in the resume. If you are a graduate, if you're looking for Hari, yeah, that's my name, Hari. So if you're a graduate and if you're looking for a job, first job, right, you can include all these as experience. Right. In fact, I will tell you this: if you are applying for a sales job and you are a graduate, fresh graduate, you don't have sales experience, you can also talk about selling the old stuff in your home. If you have a old stuff, instead of burning that for Holi, yeah, you went and sold it and made some money out of that. You can mention even that in your resume. That is also selling. So you have to invent. So, okay, this is what I will suggest you guys. So quickly, based on whatever we saw today, have a log, take a note, have a career log, and start writing. Sit back and reflect on your selling experience, reflect on your technology experience, reflect on your paper presentation, all this experience. Start writing it from now, right? And now you will have a book. You will have a history book available about you to put in your resume. So from that, you can take small stories, relevant stories, and you can put that in your resume. Yeah, based on the job application, the job requirement. Okay, are we good, guys? If you're good, please give me a thumbs up. And if you felt this session was useful, this session was informative, give me a thumbs up, please. Oh, thank you, Hussein. Thank you. Yep. So we're actually closing. Okay. All right. So guys, if you like the session, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you, Akshay. Thank you very much. I mean, references can also be included. Yeah, there's nothing wrong in including references, but do not put references will be furnished based on request. That statement is unnecessary statement in resume. If you have references to put in a resume, put it. But don't write a line unnecessarily saying that references will be provided, upon request. That is not needed. Yeah, that is a filler. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Search for Prasad Ganiraj in my resume. I'm sorry, in LinkedIn. You'll come across two profiles. One, my company Ganis Council, which I no longer use it, and there'll be another profile. You can click on that. You can find me there. Okay. Sheikh, I will ask the team to share my LinkedIn address to you, and of course to all of you. Yep. All right, guys. See you. It's been wonderful having you here. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for listening to me. I hope this was useful, and I'm aspiring to be useful for you in the coming days. Yeah. Thank you very much. God bless you. Take care. See you.